Hey guys, I'm back with another candle review, and this time around with the 14.5 ounce 3-wick Candied Maple Bacon Candle from Bath& Body Works. The notes on this read crispy bacon, maple brown sugar, and smoked applewood. And wow, this one is intense. Oh my gosh. It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be, but it's still not something that I would like normally burn like regularly, but it's a little bit more pleasant than I thought it would be. But yeah, so what do you get? So it's weird, like on every single burn, like the first like 30 minutes to an hour, it like kind of smells more like brown sugar toast. There's like a sweet like sugared cinnamon plus brown sugar plus like mapley sweetness in there. And there's a little bit of like a burntness that's coming from like the smoked bacon slash smoked applewood, smoky meaty component. Gives like a slightly like a burnt toast quality, and that mixed with the brown sugar and the cinnamon really comes off as like a brown sugar cinnamon toast like that you would make in the morning time. And it's actually really delicious and pleasant, and it smells like a really good like just run-of-the-mill like fall time fragrance that'd be great for like a cool fall morning. But then once the 30-minute passes and you get into like the hour and the 2 hours, that's when the bacon fragrance really comes forward, and then it like switches gears and it becomes mainly a predominantly bacon candle. And the bacon becomes very, very strong for the rest of the burn. So I don't know, it just kind of does that on every single burn. I'll be like, ooh, I kind of like this. I can get into it. It smells like a brown sugar cinnamon toast, but then it like quickly switches into like a heavy, full-blown bacon fragrance. And that's when I'm like, okay, I'm a little bit like, ready to blow this candle out. But yes, so I guess once it develops, what does it smell like? You definitely get a smoky bacon fragrance for sure. It's very meaty, it's very smoky. You definitely get that like slightly toasty, burnt, smoked quality of like a smoked meat fragrance. It very much reminds me of like walking to a Firehouse Subs and like they're like making the sandwiches and like steaming them and making like just like all the smoke and the meat smell of Firehouse Subs like all up in there. There's definitely like a meat house smoked meat quality to it that is very spot on to bacon. Like if you love the smell of bacon, you'll enjoy this because it really has that smoked meat fragrance that I really don't think we've really gotten anywhere else, where it's like actually like we've gotten like smoky evoking fragrances, but not something that's like so dead on like straight up bacon. Like even chocolate bacon cupcake has like almost no bacon compared to what this candle offers. So definitely a smoky bacon in there for sure. So I guess you get the smoked applewood and the crispy bacon. And then that's paired with definitely a maple brown sugar fragrance, and the brown sugar and sort of like the spices once again kind of evokes like a breakfast toast type of feel to it, but there's definitely a sweetness in there that you get from the brown sugar, a little bit of like that sort of cinnamon spice sweetness, and then lastly you do get a like sort of like a ooey gooey maple is mixed in there as well, and it really smells like the name says. It really smells like candied maple bacon. It's just weird how sometimes you'll get more like one version versus the other, but like by the time it like develops like after 30 minutes, it's definitely a full-blown bacon fragrance, and then all the other notes that I listed sort of come after that. So yeah, and it definitely does get a little bit more like smoky the more it burns, so it does have like a sort of authentic smoked quality to it as well. So I guess kudos for being authentic and like different, and it really smelling like candied maple bacon, but it's definitely an acquired fragrance. Like it's not, I don't normally gravitate towards wanting my house to smell like full-blown bacon, but the novelty is fun. I would think this would be like sort of fun for like a cool fall morning, and like maybe have like banana maple pancakes from Homeworks going along with it, and just having a full-blown like breakfast experience. Like if you just want to amp that up, then this is a candle for it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me go into the performance. This has been going for about 3 times now. It has a thick rope-like wicks. I think the first burn was one of those where like the wicks were kind of small and puny, but then you just like let it go and it then like sort of autocorrects itself and it's totally fine on all the burns after that. Then I just trim it minimally and then we're good to go. Deep even waxable in no time after that. The usual like sort of sooty hot burn that we get from BBW with these wicks. Just the usual performance on this. As for the throw, it is pretty strong. I would say because the first burn was sort of like puny and small, it wasn't giving me a whole lot, like past like maybe just like a 5 or a 6. But then all the burns after that have been plenty strong, definitely like in the 8.5 range. Like this will knock you out with a smoky bacon smell for sure. I can smell all up in the like living room area, probably even a little bit overpowering to be honest in a smaller bedroom because that bacon smell really comes forward. And then the same like brown sugar and maple notes are usually very heavy too. So overall it's a very heavy, intense fragrance. So you really have to like be on board with this fragrance and commit to it if you're going to burn it, because definitely a heavy intensity to this fragrance. So the throw is totally fine. So we're good to go there. Overall, yeah, this is not as bad as I thought it would be. It's a little bit more pleasant. Like the maple and the brown sugar notes really do sort of balance it out. And there's traces of this that make it seem like a perfectly acceptable or normal like fall time candle. But then as it does progress, the bacon is very, very, very strong in there. Like it'll be undeniable. If somebody walks into your house, they would smell bacon for sure. So definitely an acquired fragrance, but I appreciate that they do something unique and different and that it's also authentically executed as well. So I can't really like knock them for it. Is it something I'm going to repurchase or burn all the time? No, but I do enjoy the novelty of it. So take what you will with that review. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.